First of all, Karen, this movie is so good. It's so much fun, and it completely is a brilliant genre-bending film. But you play Sam, which is such a cool character. She's a straight-up badass, but she's emotionally vulnerable. Can you tell me a little bit about Sam's backstory and what interested you in the role?
I mean, what I really like about this character is that we do get that backstory that you're mentioning. Like we see her when she's 12 years old, and we see that her mother actually abandons her at that age, but we don't know why. And so for me, the emotional hook was just right there. I could dive into all of those abandonment issues, and then sort of play around with how that manifests in her adult life. And also, she's a really fierce hit woman. So the action sequences definitely attracted me to the role. But what was nice is you have those, but I also had like a whole wealth of emotional baggage to play around with.
Now, Lena Headey, she plays your mother Scarlett in the film, and your character Sam kind of follows in her footsteps by being an assassin. But in the 15 years that Sam's mother is away, how does she feel about Scarlett?
I think it's a really complicated relationship. And I think my character is very unhappy with her mother. But I think deep down, what I decided in my head is that Sam blames herself for the abandonment, because a lot of people can do that. If they have been abandoned in their life, they can blame themselves or assume that they're not worth sticking around for. And so that's why I played around with Sam, even though, there was still a lot of aggression towards the situation. And for me, that all came out whenever she was fighting. And that's why everything is so vicious.
Now, you're no stranger to action with the Marvel films and Jumanji, but Gunpowder Milkshake is like a whole new level. Can you talk to me about the physicality and the training just to play Sam?
I mean, yeah, it definitely was a whole new level. Like, I have done it before. I feel like I've been doing better with each movie in terms of the fighting, but this is like nothing I've ever attempted before. It's a full action movie, and there's so much action. It's nonstop, basically. So yeah, there was a lot of training. I only had 3 weeks to prepare before we started production, but I'd just come off of Jumanji 2. So I'd been training with the Mission Impossible stunt team on that. So I was kind of ready to roll right in, even though when I got to Gunpowder, I was like, oh, this is going to be way harder than anyone could have anticipated. But it was a really fun challenge.
Yeah, all the action stuff looks so seamless, though. It looks so brilliant now, but it looks very complicated. Now, the world building in this film is amazing. Navant did a great job and fantastic job of really creating the mythology of Gunpowder Milkshake. Can you talk to me about the collaboration process with him and like what you took away from his directing style?
Oh, it was great working with Navant. As soon as I met him in London in a restaurant to talk about the film. And as soon as I started talking to him, or he started talking, I was like, oh, he's going to make a really special film. Like, I could just feel it from him. I don't know why. It was just his personality. I mean, I'd seen his last movie as well, which was amazing. But like, I just knew that he was going to kill it on this. And the collaboration was amazing. I feel like we pushed and pulled on each other in a really great way. And I mean, he had a slightly more indie approach, so it didn't feel like a big, huge studio movie. It felt very like inventive and spontaneous, but also like he looks like he's kind of like a mad professor running around. But then you realize, oh, he knows like exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he needs. He's already edited the film in his own head,
Right. Now, Sam was protecting Emily, played by Chloe Coleman, and she's amazing in the film too. What did she bring to the role of Emily that wasn't on the page?
So much. I was lucky enough to get to go to the auditions as well. And as soon as I saw her, I was like, guys, this is not even a question. This is a no-brainer. She's just so emotionally mature beyond her years when she's acting. When she's off camera, she's a typical kid. She's playing pranks on me all day. But then when she starts acting, she clicks in and it's like she's, I don't know, 20 years older or something. And we thought that could be really cool for the part. And also like, that was a lot to handle. It's a violent movie. And so we needed a kid that would be okay with that. And we definitely kept it fun for her as well.
Look, I can't wait for the audience to see this, but now I want to see what's going to happen with the firm and Sam the librarians, because I love this world. I love this movie. Thank you so much for your time. It is brilliant. It is so much fun.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.